Have you ever wondered if you can go home again? If after coming out as trans, your family will accept you, will love you still, will know who you are, or even just give you a chance. And maybe this video is for you, just a collection of random short clips, thoughts about home, thoughts about memories, families, siblings, in my hometown. Hi, my name is Kate Madden, and I'm a sales and marketing expert who's passionate about community, creativity, and collaboration. I also happen to be a transgender woman. Normally I film these videos from where I live in Calgary, Alberta, but today I'm in Vancouver in beautiful British Columbia, where I grew up. In fact, right there in Burnaby is where I spent a lot of my teenage years. And one of the things that I was giving a lot of consideration to over the last few days is how do I reconcile memories from childhood, from marriage? How do I reconcile pleasant experiences as a parent, as a child, as a sibling, as a friend, when there was this constant pain of dysphoria that distracted me during those moments? It doesn't invalidate those moments, but it was always there. And so I always find trips to Vancouver over the last few years to be opportunities to recollect, to reset, and to really refresh my sense of history and who I am and where I was and where I'm going. And so here I am on the beautiful 42nd floor of the Woodwards building in downtown Vancouver, and surrounded by memories everywhere I look in this 360-degree vista, from Richmond to Burnaby to Holy Rosary Cathedral to the downtown east side to the west end. It's all here where I grew up. So I've been thinking a lot about home lately and what that means. And here in Vancouver, where I grew up, taking the SkyTrain today, where I spent hours on SkyTrain growing up, next to Canada Place, where I kissed a couple of girls, I wonder, what is home? Where is home? And who is home? And I'm not here looking for home where I grew up, but I certainly am pondering what are the things that call us to these places, whether it's family or whether it's memories or feelings. So we all grew up some places good, some places bad, and some places not far from the other. You know, one of the things growing up in a town that attracts tourists from all over the world is that you learn how to observe things, people, where they're from, quickly, and you become an observer as they're observing, as they come and see things that are just normal and ordinary to just your everyday world. To them is something, sometimes the most amazing thing they've ever seen. And at the end of the day, it's just a clock that runs on steam, but for whatever reason, people come from all over the world to see it. Behind me is a cathedral that I have spent hours in, on my knees, lighting candles, serving mass, and burying my father. It's a place he spent hours helping his community and other Catholics. It's hard to describe the pain of departure that I've had to have in no longer being able to participate in my faith community, not because I no longer believe, because I do, but because they no longer believe in me. I would go to confession here, and they're very cool confessionals, dark wooden confessionals, and I would seek forgiveness, ask forgiveness on my knees for just being me. And I did that for so many years, just trying to hide in that darkness, and kept in there really by shame and guilt. I don't know that I'll ever be able to go back in there. I hope one day I can, if just to light a candle. But for now, this is as close as I'll get.
So, one of the other things that I've been really kind of wrestling with, and the idea of home is something that has haunted me really my whole life. It's something that I've always wondered about and been in search of, and even still, it's a question that really looms large for me. Is what is, where is, who is home? And I'm gonna go see my mom here for the first time since transition. She's dealing with a number of health challenges on her own, and she knows about everything and has been as supportive as she can, but I'm not sure is really understanding. But it's a place I never lived, but it's filled with things that give me comfort, even if she doesn't. It's a very odd sensation. So yeah, it's a part of town that I know, that I don't know. I guess it's the part of town I know where it is. It's where my dad died. The memories are here. The feelings are here. The emotions are certainly swirling about in me right now. But not because I'm seeing my mom, but just it's a maelstrom of things that I'm identifying as I go through, and massage the concept of home in my heart as I work through that.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm meeting at the wood.
So, one of the greatest things I think about growing up in East Vancouver is just the awareness of chemical dependency and substance abuse in society, in culture, in our families. And just knowing that it isn't always the other. It's oftentimes our family members, our brothers, our siblings, our sisters, our parents, or ourselves. And so, knowing who to lean on, what the resources are, as well as knowing where we could end up, was often something about East Vancouver and growing up here that you were very, very aware of. And just the worst postal code, zip code in all of North America in terms of poverty, sexually transmitted infections, and IV drug use. And so here we are, Main and Hastings.
So where's the line?
Carnegie Public Library. Just always aware.
Great shift, Kessler.
So one of the things that I've really come to understand as it relates to my sense of dysphoria and how I experienced that growing up was that it always drove a very profound sense of not feeling at home, of not feeling welcome, or even more deeply, never really feeling loved. And so For all of my life, I looked for opportunities to leave, to move, to grow in a different direction. And even when that got to work in adulthood, I was always looking for the next opportunity. And while this was something I was able to leverage into really what amounts to tremendous professional growth over a short period of time with limited education and experience, it's still something I think that held me back. And one of the first things I noticed after coming out at work, and then later certainly it was even more profound once I had transitioned at work, is that I was no longer looking for that next opportunity. I wasn't watching the job board anymore. I wasn't applying for jobs elsewhere. I was content and happy to be me. And so I'm left here wondering, as I walk around my hometown, is maybe I could have been content and happy to have stayed here if I had the courage and, more importantly, the support to come out.
So on my way home, sitting at Vancouver International Airport, I worked here about 20 years ago. It was my best job that I've ever had, also my least paying job that I ever had. It's been a nice visit to see family, friends. Much more chill than the last visit, in that I'm not homeless, I'm not fleeing a situation. My mom's cancer free. My brother's going back to work. And I spent a nice time, a nice couple of visits with my sister, her husband, their children, my siblings, old friends, and a few very productive days of work. So, looking forward to seeing my kids tomorrow, getting back to the routine. Still don't know about sobriety. I'm trying to figure that out. It wasn't a sober week at all. But I learned a lot, actually, the last 7 days. And I'm glad I came. I fly back into a storm, and I'm looking to learn and grow from that as well. Especially from the mistakes I made when I was really at my rock bottom. Anyways, if you enjoyed these postcards, these vignettes, just moment to moment, day to day in the life of a trans girl in Western Canada, please like, subscribe, share. I know my videos are helping and getting the messages. If you're curious about local resources, if there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know. And don't hurt yourself. You're worth it. You're loved. You truly are loved. And you owe yourself a chance to be happy. Because I'm stressed beyond all measure. But I've never been happier.